Coach, I can't overstate, I don't think, for the audience, how valuable that win was over Montana Tech that you had on Saturday. You had lost the night before in a game that you probably felt like you should have won. And then you
Yeah.
come back against a team that's getting national recognition. They're big. They're all the things that you had prepared for inside the conference. And you
Hmm.
come out and just gut out a win in a game where not everything went right and you had to
Hmm.
deal with some adversity, but that was a quality win for your Viking basketball team a couple of Saturdays ago.
Yeah, for sure. And especially coming off of the loss of Friday night, to see us bounce back on a Saturday against a very good Montana Tech team, and really keep building off of what we built last year. I mean, that's our sixth win over a ranked team in 2 years. And so really just trying to keep building that momentum of our, uh, the, the confidence that we have, the composure that we have now, and that we belong here, right? And that's kind of, you saw that on Saturday. We didn't see that on Friday, and so trying to get that mentality still now against teams that maybe, okay, when you look at rankings, teams that maybe you're supposed to win versus teams that you're not supposed to be, right? When you look at that, but Friday night, when you look at the stat sheet, we win in all the categories except for free throws made, and it's one of those tough ones that you have to learn that, though. You have to learn that every possession matters, every free throw matters, every rebound matters. And so, but to see us bounce back after Friday and see what we did Saturday was really encouraging for a head coach. Now we're just trying to see if we can keep building that momentum.
The part that I thought was really interesting about the Saturday win over Montana Tech is that you had to win it in a lot of different ways. You know, sometimes you'll find something that's working and it's
Mm-hmm.
either dribble penetration the whole game or 3 point shots the whole game or something's there the whole game. You win a matchup. You had to win a matchup here and a matchup there. You had to hit a
Oh, yeah.
three here and a three there. You had to do full court here and full court there. The game called for things, and it seems like your team recognized it and responded to that the entire game.
Oh, for sure. Yep. Especially, okay, you think about, we're down six with, I think there was maybe less than 5 minutes left, and we hit two back-to-back threes to tie the game up. That was a game changer for us. Really, just like you said, big kids stepping up in big moments for us, hitting big shots, and yeah, we did it inside and out. Off the, I mean, we played good team basketball, and that was fun for us to see that all come together.
What was it like then to try to take advantage of that after the games are over? Because you haven't played for a while now, but you have an opportunity to sort of digest it, pardon the pun, over Thanksgiving break, but that's what we were
Yeah.
doing, right?
Yeah.
And you have a chance to tell your team, this is what this means because this is new. The Frontier Conference is new. You've seen these teams before, but in games that maybe haven't mattered like they do
Yep.
now. So, what was it like to reinforce that over these last couple of weeks and get ready to re enter conference play?
Yeah, it's been a journey here. We were planning on 4 days off over Thanksgiving, and we ended up moving that Trinity Bible game, so it made it a longer break than we anticipated. So when we are coming back from break and now prepping for the two opponents we have this weekend, it was more of a, who are we, right? Like, who's our habits? What are we doing when no one's looking? What comes out on Friday and Saturday? And we were trying to get us back into that. After a 5 day break, it's a lot, and so it's been mainly that it was a great win for us, but that's not where we want to stop, right? Our goals aren't ended, and we haven't finished what we've started. It was a great win, but now we got to move on. We got to keep stacking days. That's been the message.
Talking about some of the personnel that are in your camp, obviously Ellie Broughton's had a great year scoring, and we like that. That's something that you've
Mhm.
wanted her to do. But you go out in the offseason and you find a young lady named Tiana Schwinghammer. She had a huge game against Montana Tech in a game where she scored her 1,000th point in her career, but then went out and led you in scoring and did some rebounding and went up against some of those bigger bodies that you're going to face
Mhm.
out of these Montana teams. Great pickup. She's one of the reasons why you got that win on Saturday.
Oh, for sure. And she's one of those kids that she brings the juice. We say that phrase all the time. She's a gamer, right? Like, she's jumping passing lanes. She just makes big plays for us when we need them. But when you watch our bench, she's also the loudest kid, the kid that's always cheering. She's a great teammate, and she's a really good pickup for our program. Just not the kid who she is on the floor, but the kid she is off the floor, and kind of the different juice she brings to us. I've been really happy with her and to see her progression. And not only having her into a new system, but also we're asking some new things of her. She wasn't much of a 3 point shooter at her junior college, and so we've asked her to extend her game, and she is just, yeah, whatever you need, coach. And she wants to learn, she wants to grow, and she's just a fun kid to be around.
There are some teams that you're playing right now that think they have cracked the code on Abias Leeson. And the way that they do it is to go really, really physical at her and move her around. And for a while it was working, but I think I began to see her start to, I don't want to use the word retaliate, but
Yeah.
respond strongly might be the way to describe that in the second half of that Montana Tech game.
Absolutely, yeah, and we've told her since she got here, people are gonna be physical, right? Especially when you're back to the basket. We're trying to get her to be more of a face-up type kid, not always back to the basket, but she takes the challenge. Like I said, teams are gonna bully you. They're gonna push you around. And so in practice, that's what we do. We have our men's practice players push her around so that she's going against it every day. But then you can kind of see the change in her, right? When she starts to get a little bit angry and she starts to wear it on her sleeve, she's a different kid. And so we're starting to, yeah, I agree, trying to crack that shell on her. We saw what she could do last year as more of a finesse post player, and now this year she's coming into what we need her to be as a true back to the basket post player, and it's fun to watch.
I don't know all of the new personnel on your team as well as you do, obviously, but in the sample size that I've seen this year, something that sticks out in the back of my mind is that there's a next level for some of these other players that we're not familiar with that maybe we haven't seen yet because this is what's going to win you a game tonight, and so we're going to go with it. But it seems like you've got more to do with some of these additional players on your bench. Would you agree with that?
Oh, for sure. And the depth that we have at each position is hard right now for playing time purposes. And it is night in, night out, right? Like which kid is giving us the best look at it right now doesn't mean that that's what it's going to be game in, game out. And so, I mean, we're almost three deep in every position, which is unheard of. But it causes some of that. Okay, which kid is going to do it, right? And we talk about sometimes you, sometimes me, always us. And so trying to keep that motto in our brain, right? When it's my turn, it's my opportunity to show who I am, and it's hard to scout us, right? Because then we can just throw a new kid in a different spot and be a different team. And so it's hard on a head coach in that playing time area when you're talking playing time, but it's really fun to be around when it's not working right now with this kid. Let's go to a different kid and she can raise the level for us. And then we can go back to that same kid that's on the bench and she'll raise the level for us. And so it's fun to be around. It's just a challenge for me right now.
Well, you'll feel your way through that challenge without too much difficulty. I know that it's a long season to go here. Speaking of seasons, before the new teams came into the conference in the Frontier, this weekend was probably the toughest road weekend that you had, going to Bellevue and Dakota State. And you know what? It may still be. I mean, in the long
Yep.
run, based on what we're seeing out there, it may still be. This is a big, big weekend. You come out of here with a couple of wars and an opportunity weekend for your team, no doubt about it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, and that's been our message this week in practice, and actually what I just got done talking about to our kids of when we're talking about habits, right, and who we build and who we're trying to be. This weekend is the grind. Like this is when you put it on your calendar. This is the one that when not only the travel that's involved in it, but the grit that Bellevue plays at, the pace that Dakota State plays at, it just adds a whole new challenge for us. And it's been a challenging weekend every year I've been here. When you're looking at both of these teams are really good programs, trying to go down there and at least at best split. You want to split on the road, sweep at home, but we've already split at home, so we're trying to go down there and sweep on the road. We got to do something different, right?
Well, and coach, give us a scouting report. Are they similar? You know, Bellevue's been physical in the front court, and Dakota State obviously has been deep, tall, and they like to press you a little bit. Do you expect more of the same? Is there anything different from these two teams that we haven't seen in the past?
Yeah, it's a little bit different on the Bellevue side. Their head coach is no longer there, so their assistant coach is now their interim, and he was more of their defensive coach. So when you watch them offensively, they're just a little bit different than they've been in the past. But they still play with the physicality, the toughness, the grit. They're going to get up and pressure you. They're going to make you play tough basketball, make you do things a little bit differently than what other teams do. Like Montana Tech, you saw them sit back a little bit on the defensive end. That's not Bellevue. Bellevue's going to get up and pressure us. And then, yeah, Dakota State is Dakota State. They've been the same team the 9 years I've been here. It's his system that is so, so good. He is such a good coach. He gets all those kids to play hard. They play in the full court. They run some crazy matchup zone in the half court. They just make you play faster than you want to. And so if we can control tempo and slow down and understand that it's just a lot of chaos around you, if you can find you in the rim and slow it down, we're going to be okay. And we took steps last year. We ended up beating them one time. It was close to the other three times. I think we played them four times. we started to take steps, right? And that's all you need. You need confidence when you go into a game like that. When you're playing a top 10 opponent, it's just a confidence thing. You play with no fear, and so that's what we're trying to instill in them.